LoreWarrior Vehicles, Galaport ground tug. Before the Dragoons turned their world of outreach into the new mercenaries' mecca, Galatea in the Lyran Commonwealth serviced the mercenary trade. Galaport, outside of Galatea City, was one of the largest drop ports in the Inner Sphere. Mercenaries of all shapes and sizes came and went on no schedule but their own. Galaport operated around the clock, 7 days a week, every day of the Galatean year. The port consisted of thousands of dropship pits across a sea of reinforced ferrocrete. Those dropship pits were serviced by massive tracked crawlers, hauling equally massive trailers that carried cargo and consumables to the waiting interplanetary craft. Hundreds of crawlers prowled the ferrocrete, pulling thousands of trailers. The drivers' union used to claim that they moved more beans and bullets than any military in history. Fusion-powered, the crawlers are behemoths. The tractor itself is almost 8 meters tall, and the trailers are of a similar size. They mount a powerful searchlight to see through the thick cloud of dust kicked up by dropships lifting off and landing. The tug's hulls, while not reinforced to military standards, are armoured to protect them from accident and other dangers of the tarmac. The trailer, designed for the ground tug, is as massive as the tractor. Because long trains of lightweight trailers, typical of airports, would be too unwieldy with hundreds of tons of dropship cargo, the trailers were designed to accept as much cargo as possible in as few cars as possible. A single tractor-trailer combination can move almost 500 tons of cargo or equipment at a time. Aside from the simple cargo trailer, a refueling trailer fitted with insulated tanks provides liquid hydrogen reaction mass to grounded dropships when the dedicated water buffaloes are otherwise occupied. The rise of outreach in the 3040s destroyed the ground tug's business. Most of these vehicles were scrapped or shipped off-world after the demand for them evaporated. A few still ply the trade on the empty stretches of Galaport. With the destruction of outreach, though, and the burgeoning resurgence of the mercenary trade on Galatea, the unions are demanding larger budgets to construct more crawlers. Those who remained when the others left are ideally positioned to reap the benefits of the renewed business and are making fortunes. Similar versions of the Galaport ground tug operate on almost every world in the Inner Sphere, ranging from the light luggage carts operated on rural airstrips to the massive crawlers that service the landing pits on Geneva on Terra. The basic premise of these machines hasn't changed in over 1,000 years, and isn't likely to any time in the future. Unlike so many other machines, the ground tug is one that remains as it was, defined by its purpose. So yeah, nice, simple. Back to the vehicle annex as we go. These are, a bit shorter, obviously, because, well, there's not like battle history or famous notable crew and pilots of the Galaport ground tug. When Spanky Johnson drove his Galaport tug into a mech and killed it and then ran over the crew when they escaped. So, it's not the type of thing you're going to see. But it's actually a 200-ton vehicle, tracked, obviously. It moves at 2 and 3 if you did need to know how quick a ground tug needs to move across hexes. It has actually does have an armor value. It's 6 on the front, 5 on the sides, 5 on the rear sides, and 5 on the rear of the vehicle itself. It has a crew of 3. And other than that, it's got some bits and pieces. The trailer itself has some stats, which itself is armored in the exact same way as the vehicle itself. Other than that, it carries 88 tons of cargo, 76.5 tons insulated. That was 2 doors. Ooh, fancy. Environmental sealing tractor, trailer chassis and control modifications. You can see from the artwork, it's a brute. An absolutely massive machine. You can see some of the little ghost-like people at the bottom who've been drawn for scale, unlike the 3 people who are just looking, well, except for the woman who's clearly looking at the camera. As we can see her down there in the bottom left with the shades looking over, going, who the fuck is that taking picture? And then the rest of them, you got the little tiny... the 2 blokes down there, got these wayfish ghost-like people down there by that ground tug. That's a bit weird, isn't it? But, given the scale... I don't know if the scaling of the people is really accurate to the people in the bottom left here. It's just an art review now. But the vehicle itself, it makes it look like it's absolutely fucking gigantic. Like a stinger to be stood next to it and accidentally get run over by its treads or something if it's in the wrong place. Well, do these things harvest the spice? How big are these fucking things? But, anyway, that's the Galaport ground tug. You never knew you needed it, but it's really important for getting all your shit off your dropship, and to your dropship as well, so There you go. If you ever wondered how all these supplies get moved, there you go. That's exactly the kind of vehicle that would be used for it. Other than that, have a go on, everybody. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.